So it sounds like customer feedback and research and that whole customer feedback loop is really important to your role. How do you approach that? How do you deal with the complexities of that? And like you were saying, you know, you get different feedback from different people, but sometimes it's all the same, just described in a different way. So how do you like personally manage that?
Yeah, I think it's, a few different things that need to have the processes in place to even gather the feedback in the first place. It's one thing if you're not going after customer feedback, and it's another if someone, on a different team is getting it and it's just not being captured and brought back to people that are going to do something about it, or they can do something about it and are empowered to. Processes really need to play to the people a lot of the time. It might be easier in a smaller organization, and then, different processes are needed for a larger organization. But what we're finding right now for a smaller organization, our processes are playing to the people. So, a lot of the time the sales team isn't going to take meticulous notes of their calls. They're going to get on a call with you and talk about it. So setting some time aside in our weekly sales call to go through recent customer feedback, just ask some questions to trigger the sales team to remember the customer feedback calls, they've had in the last week. And then with our customer success and support team, they are also interfacing with the customers every single day. So what works well for them is, meticulous notes, as they have other action items that come from that. So putting a process in place to capture their preferred, method of communication that we obviously talk about in our weekly meetings to organize it into, one area, your system of preference, whether you're comfortable doing that in Jira or Miro or in your CRM, just capturing it in one place. And then we are big on transparency, so we bring that to, the engineering team. We want to keep that feedback from the end users and customers really close to the engineering team too. We get that information in front of the people that are actually going to do the work often. So I think that's a big part of the process too.